It was a beautiful frosty afternoon. The air was crisp and cold. The leaves and berries sparkled in the winter sunshine. Brambly Hedge was alive with excitement as the mice prepared for that evening's traditional midwinter celebration.
Merry midwinter, Dusty. Have you seen Primrose?
Sorry, can't stop. Must get to the palace.
What a rush everyone's in. Isn't it exciting?
Yes, my dear, but we have to
Get that message to Primrose, I know, dear.
The festivities would begin after dark, when everyone gathered round the fireplace in the great hall of the old oak palace. Wow. As far as Primrose Woodmouse and Wilfred Toadflax were concerned, hauling the giant midwinter log to the fireplace and then watching it burst into flames was one of the best parts of the celebration.
Make sure you tie those ropes tightly now.
That's right. Those ropes have to hold all the way from here to the old oak palace.
Could you grab that rope, Wilfred? Now pull.
Ow! Hey, Wilfred, that's my tail.
Oh, sorry, Teasel. Now, 1, 2, 3, and pull.
Primrose? Primrose?
Hello, Grandma. Grandpa, have you come to help us pull the midwinter log?
Oh, no. I'm far too old and lame for that now.
But believe me, when he was a young mouse, your grandpa was one of the strongest log haulers this side of the meadow.
Was I really? Anyway, Primrose, your papa...
Wants to see you, dear.
Now?
That's what he said.
But why?
That's what he didn't say.
Do you want to come with me, Wilfred?
Now? And miss hauling the log? Go on, Wilfred. We won't be ready for that for ages.
Hurry now. Your father said it was very important.
Last one to the old oak palace is a stout.
Hello, Basil.
Hello, Wilfred. Where are you two going in such a hurry?
Basil, would you come and help us with the holly?
It takes so much of it to decorate the Great Hall.
And here's some for you, Wilfred.
But, Mama, we don't have time.
Of course you have time.
Come on, Wilfred. Get a grip and pull.
Oh.
Ah.
Here we are, Papa.
Primrose. And Wilfred, too. Splendid, splendid. Something awful has happened.
What?
But you two could save the day.
How?
Poor Conker here has lost his voice. Can't say a thing.
That's terrible.
How are you going to recite the midwinter poem?
I can't.
Oh, no.
So, Primrose and Wilfred, will you come to our rescue and recite the midwinter poem at the ceremony this evening?
Us?
But I already have a job. I'm going to sit on top of the log.
Wilfred, I can't believe what I'm hearing. You can sit on the log any year, every year.
But, young mouse, it's a great honor to be asked to read the midwinter poem.
Is it?
It is. Especially this year, as Basil and Mrs. Eyebright and I will be telling the story of Cumulus Nimbus, the mouse who wrote the poem.
It's a wonderful story, and we tell it so well.
I love the part where Princess Rosa...
He was one of my ancestors.
Very distant, of course, but she may have lived in this very oak.
The part where Princess Rosa and Cumulus Nimbus...
I like him. He was the first mouse to leave Brambly Hedge to go exploring.
And he sent back letters to Princess Rosa, his bride-to-be.
Or so the story goes.
Oh, I wish it were true.
True or not, my favourite part of the story is the midwinter poem.
Which means someone has to recite it, Wilfred. And that someone is us.
I like coming to the rescue, but we don't know it properly.
Well, let's go and practice then. Come on, we haven't got much time. Right, no one will bother us here. When the days are the shortest, the nights are the coldest.
When the days are the shortest, the nights are the coldest. Now. Too heavy. This'll do nicely.
Right. Now let's try it again.
When the days are the short...
How are you getting on? Don't mind me.
Oh, this is hopeless.
We could go back to the log. I wonder if they finished tying it up yet.
Oh, really, Wilfred? We can't give up so easily. All we have to do is find a place to practice. Let's go and ask Mama.
Here's another batch ready for the oven, Mrs. Crusty Bread.
Right you are, Lady Daisy. Oh, I don't know how we manage to eat so much, but we always do.
As Primrose and Wilfred entered the palace kitchen, their noses twitched with delight as the wonderful smell of hot blackberry and honey wafted towards them. Primrose's mother, Lady Woodmouse, was baking midwinter biscuits.
Hello, Mrs. Crusty Bread.
Primrose, Wilfred, isn't it wonderful that you'll be reciting the midwinter poem? What an honour.
That's what everyone keeps saying.
But, Mama, we can't find anywhere quiet to practice.
Well, midwinter is not a quiet kind of day.
Mind your backs, here I come.
Why don't you try the attic storerooms? There's no reason for anybody to be going up there.
That's a brilliant idea. Thanks, Mama.
Why don't you take some biscuits and blackberry juice up with you in case you get hungry?
That's an even more brilliant idea. Thank you, Mrs. Crusty Bread. Wow! Look at all this.
Mama's right. It's the perfect place to practice. Let's see. When the days are the shortest, the nights are the coldest.
Was this yours?
Oh, yes, but I grew out of it ages ago. Now you say, the frost is the sharpest, the year is the oldest. Wilfred? Wilfred!
Hang on! I want to see what's in here!
Wilfred! We don't have time!
Oh, it's just a bunch of letters.
Ooh. They look really old.
Want a biscuit? Before I eat them all?
No, thanks. I wonder what else is in here. What's this? A key!
Hey, Primrose! Isn't there something in the poem about dressing up?
And dress in your richest and finest and best.
I'll do that part! And dress in your richest and finest and best. Hey, Primrose, where does this go?
I don't know. Let's open it.
Oh, I can't. It's locked. Oh, I can see some stairs.
Wilfred, if there's a keyhole, there must be a key. And I think I just might have it here.
Oh!
It fits!
Their hearts were pounding with excitement and fear as they peered into the darkness. Where would the long, winding staircase lead them to?
Shall we see what's at the top?
No.
Oh! Come on.
The light slowly faded as the midwinter afternoon gently gave way to the evening. An evening filled with excitement and promise. Mr. Toadflax, Dusty, Conker and Flax had started hauling the log to the great hall, encouraged by Mr. and Mrs. Apple, Basil, and old Mrs. Eyebright.
Keep going. You're almost there.
It's a very good log this year.
It'll make a lovely hot blaze.
I can't say I blame young Wilfred for not wanting to miss this. It's still my favourite part of the celebration.
My favourite part is that first cup of your famous midwinter punch. Just as we light the fire.
Oh, Mrs. Eyebright, you are too kind.
Meanwhile, up in the attics, Primrose and Wilfred climbed the secret stairs, not having the faintest idea where they would end up. Suddenly the stairs came to an abrupt end, leaving them facing a mysterious door.
I wonder what's through there.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
As the door opened, the young mice stared about them in amazement. They were standing in a most magnificent room. It seemed very, very old. Everything was covered in dust, and the air smelled musty and strange.
Where are we?
I don't know. I've never been here before.
Maybe your ancestors lived here in the olden days.
Wilfred, look at these. They're just right for tonight.
Oh, and dress in your richest and finest and best.
I wonder where that goes.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
As Primrose and Wilfred set off to explore the secret rooms, far below them, the log procession approached the old oak palace.
It's time for the song. Basil, give us a note to start on.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
What is it, Basil?
I brought my lantern, but left my fiddle back at the lodge. I won't be long.
Oh, don't hurry, Basil.
We like sitting up here. Yes. We can sit up here all night.
Yes. What's this?
Teasel.
Merry, merry midwinter. Oh!
Oh, and a merry midwinter to you too, Teasel.
Well caught, Pet.
Up in the attics, far away from the festivities below, Primrose and Wilfred had found a whole suite of secret rooms. There was a dining room, a butler's pantry, a small kitchen, and several bedrooms, including a beautiful nursery.
This is amazing.
Whoever lived here had a lot of toys. And a lot of clothes.
Wilfred, you could wear that tonight. It's perfect for our poem. What else is in there? Oh, look! Oh, isn't this one pretty?
Who wore these things?
What about this? Look, it fits!
Oh, I bet that one itches.
Oh, yes.
Let me try this on.
I want to see what we look like.
Not bad.
Let me see. Oh, Wilfred, they'll be so surprised when they see us. But let's not tell them where we got these costumes. This place could be our secret.
Good idea.
And now let's practice. I'll start, and then you come in, okay? When the days are the shortest, the nights are the coldest.
The frost is the sharpest, the year is the oldest.
It is awfully dark, isn't it?
Do you know, Primrose, I can hardly see you.
Listen.
Oh no! The midwinter log is here already.
Roast the chestnuts.
Heat the wine.
Pass the cups along the line.
Gather round, the log burns bright. It's warm as toast inside tonight.
Have you seen Primrose and Wilfred? They missed the procession.
It'd be a shame for them to miss the lighting of the log.
I haven't seen them since they went off to the attic storerooms to practice.
Don't worry. They'll soon be down when they hear all the noise.
Here's the bramble wine for the log, Basil.
Thank you, Mrs. Apple. Merry Midwinter!
They're going to light the log now. If we don't get back down there, we'll miss it.
Come on. Here, put this on.
Oh.
This way.
Huh? Oh.
Over here.
Wasn't it over here?
Well, I think it was this door. Oh.
Primrose, this way. do we get out of here?
While Primrose and Wilfred were desperately trying to find their way out of their bewildering attic prison, down in the Great Hall, the midwinter celebration was about to begin. As the mice watched Mrs. Eyebright lean over to thrust the taper into the fire, their thoughts turned to the coming spring, to trees bursting into blossom, to the first warm rays of sun, and to the welcome song of birds returning home.
To spring!
To spring!
The bright flames licked the mossy bark of the log.
Oh, let the feast begin! Tuck in low there, all homemade. Come on, my dears, come on now.
I'm beginning to worry about Primrose, dear. She and Wilfred couldn't still be in the attics, could they?
Would you like me to go and fetch them?
Yes, please.
Consider it done, my dear.
It's no use.
We'll never get out of here.
And no one will ever find us, because no one knows about the secret staircase.
Oh.
Primrose! Primrose! Wilfred! Well, they obviously finished practicing. They must be somewhere downstairs, waiting for their big moment.
Well, I don't understand it. We got in here, so why can't we get out?
I don't know. What are we going to do?
The first one to entertain us tonight will be Dusty Dogwood.
I will now do my famous 3 acorns and a hollyberry trick.
Oh, so that's what he's been up to.
Have you found them?
They're not in the attic, so they must be waiting to make an entrance.
Thank you, Dusty. Well juggled. And now, it's time for me to show you my famous shadow pictures. Guess what this is?
Primrose, look!
I see there's been a change to the order of entertainment. I am now proud to present Primrose and Wilfred.
Ooh!
When the days are the shortest, the nights are the coldest.
The frost is the sharpest, the year is the oldest.
Then polish your whiskers and tidy your nest.
And dress in your finest and richest and best.
For winter has brought you the worst it can bring.
And now it will give you the promise of spring.
Oh!
Didn't they recite well?
What lovely hats.
You're next, dear.
It's very difficult to follow such an excellent recitation, but follow it we must.
We have our beloved midwinter poem, thanks to an extraordinary mouse. named Cumulus Nimbus.
The famous explorer.
As we all know, Cumulus was supposed to return from his long journey away from Brambly Hedge on Midwinter's Day to make Princess Rosa his bride.
But as the day progressed, it seemed less and less likely that Cumulus would arrive.
After the midwinter supper, when the mice entertained each other, as we have been doing tonight, Rosa decided to read a poem that Cumulus had sent her.
Just as she got to the final line, and now it will give you the promise of spring, there was a flurry of snow in the hall.
And a cloaked figure appeared.
Oh, my word.
It was Cumulus.
And so, Cumulus married the princess.
Ah.
And they lived happily ever after.
I love that story.
And I really like thinking that it's true.
I know, Poppy. But unfortunately, there's never been any proof.
Just a moment. Look at these.
What? These are the letters from Cumulus. What? What do I see here? The poem. The midwinter poem. Primrose, where did you find these?
Oh, just up in the attic. That's where we found these costumes too.
Oh, look! You're wearing the same clothes as in their portrait. How extraordinary! Where did you say you found them?
Oh, Grandpa, when are you going to do your shadow pictures? I hope we didn't miss them.
No, you did not. May I borrow that cloak, Wilfred?
Of course.
First of all, I'm going to do...
A bat!
As Mr. Apple entertained the mice with his shadow pictures, Primrose and Wilfred gazed at the fire and thought of all the lovely games they would play in Princess Rosa's palace at the top of the secret staircase. Soon their heads began to nod, and in no time at all, they were both fast asleep.